Hey YouTube, welcome back. Now, after what was possibly one of the best Animal Crossing Directs of all time, we are now only a few days away from the 2.0 update to New Horizons. However, we do have some news that may or may not disappoint some fans and comes from a press interview with IGN regarding the future of New Horizons. Now, as you know, the Animal Crossing Direct was jam-packed with new content, bringing many new features and mechanics to New Horizons, including Brewster and the Roost, Cap'n and new island tours, and a variety of mini but permanent shops. However, offered complete transparency about the update, confirming it will be the last major free content update for New Horizons. Now, before we get into what was confirmed with IGN, the announcement itself reveals this content update will of course be the last of its kind once the update releases on November 5th. However, does in fact put emphasis on the word major, implying we'll likely see some very small updates for a little while going forward, but more on that in a second. Anyway, after this rather surprising announcement, the Animal Crossing Direct went on to reveal the first paid update or expansion pass for New Horizons that will also release alongside the November update and is of course now available for pre-order. This is Happy Home Paradise, an expansion that's essentially Happy Home Designer but for vacations, which looks super cool. So with the release of paid content for New Horizons and the final major free content update revealed, it was speculated that this was because Nintendo will likely be moving over to future expansion passes and more paid updates. Sadly, this isn't the case, and it seems Nintendo have confirmed they will no longer be supporting New Horizons going forward with either free or paid updates. In the press interview with IGN, Nintendo representatives confirmed, and I quote from the article, "On November 5th, 2021, Nintendo says it will only be supporting the game with small changes," which you could argue is slightly ambiguous at best, but given it's a briefing directly from Nintendo does unfortunately confirm there will be no major free updates or new paid DLC once the November update releases. Furthermore, just a few days ago, Nintendo published a new statement to IGN to include, "It is a major update to Animal Crossing New Horizons and offers a distinguishing and different gameplay experience, therefore it made sense to include it as the first and only paid DLC for Animal Crossing New Horizons." Which not only means no major updates for New Horizons, but it means we'll not even see any more expansions either, or significant updates to Happy Home Paradise for that matter. This does come as a bit of a surprise though, as many would argue that Nintendo reportedly said they'd support New Horizons for 3 years. Unfortunately, this was more of a rumour than anything else that originated from an early interview where the developers mentioned they'd like people to keep finding surprises for 2 or 3 years. Sadly, until now they've never commented on the lifespan of the game or commented how long they will continue to update the game as far as I can remember. With that said, we do have some good news, because not only will this November update keep us playing for some time, especially if you're looking to play through the expansion pass, but we will still receive smaller or minor updates going forward. But what does this mean? Well, these smaller updates are likely reserved for maintenance and much needed bug fixes, but they will still likely be in line with these smaller updates we've received through Year 2 of New Horizons that typically introduce new seasonal items inspired by real world events and holidays, as well as refreshed events such as Easter and Halloween. So we can probably expect these kind of updates through 2022 and actually seeing New Horizons through 3 years of content anyway. However, the optimist in me says things do change, and maybe Nintendo plans will too. Plus, there's still a lot of life left in New Horizons, I think, especially once this update drops. And after all, there's over 500 amiibo cards now, and that's a lot of happy homes. Anyway, the good thing to take away from this is that with New Horizons coming to an end, they're probably not too far away from drawing up ideas for the next mainline game in the series, especially given New Horizons has performed so well, and means unlike the wait between New Leaf and New Horizons, we probably won't have to wait 7 years to see what's next. But what do you think? Are you happy with Nintendo's transparency on this? Or would you have liked to see more expansion passes released in the future? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Of course, thank you so much to all the patrons and channel members as always for supporting this content. I really appreciate it. Until next time, have an amazing day, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.